Guys, it's your girl Samantha reporting on a very most vile news story that I heard. I believe it was yesterday or the day before, and I'm finally getting a chance to cover this story. And I was definitely going to cover it because it was extremely problematic. Just the details disgusted me. And so I wanted to just get the information out there for other women to protect themselves. So this story, I actually got this. I heard it on an American news outlet, but I'm actually glad when I saw it was from, we had the independent.co.uk reporting this story. I jumped on it because the American news outlets are not giving all the detail, horrid, nasty details. So this was published 3 hours ago. It says Pennsylvania train passengers held up phones to record the rape instead of intervening, says the authorities. And I'm happy actually that I like that sometimes when I wait a few days, because then I can get more details to you guys when I do report the story. But like, of course, if I do report it on the day of and then I get some more details, I'll just do an updated video. But it's nice to just finally kind of have like all the details all at once. So someone said, I can tell you that people were holding their phone up in the direction of this woman being attacked. Whew, this is rough. Let me play this video.
Growing outrage in Pennsylvania after a woman was allegedly raped on a public train.
Nobody said nothing. Nobody did anything. That's ridiculous.
It's disgusting.
That's awful. What's wrong with people?
It's disturbing that there were definitely people on the L, and no one intervened or did anything to help this woman out. This is why we had this male in custody. If they weren't present there, that male would have walked off, and who knows if we would have found him.
We just need to know that if we were in that position, we want someone to help.
If you see something, say something.
Thank you. Okay, if you see something, say something. Like, instead of holding your phone and record it, you sick fucks, you could have just called 911. So let me go ahead and read this nasty story. So passengers on a transit train in Pennsylvania allegedly held up their phones to film the rape of a woman by a man for more than 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Seriously? I thought it was 8 minutes. And that's a long time. Okay, let me get through this. Instead of stepping in to help her, authorities said, that is sickening. You watched this guy rape this woman for almost an hour? Have these people lost their minds? What is wrong with people? Like, everybody trying to be discovered or something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with everybody? This is unacceptable. I promise you, like, okay. Ladies, I'll tell you what to do at the end of this article. So instead of stepping in to help her, authorities said, there were fewer than a dozen people present, but sufficient to intervene. But there was more than enough to intervene. That's what the authorities or the people on someone has said. So they said who recorded the incident but did not help the woman, officials said. While 35-year-old Fistor Ngoy, which is a Nigerian name, and I'll show you his picture in a minute, allegedly continued to grope, harass, and assault the woman. At least 24 train stops passed on the Market Frankfurt line on the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. The police chief for the transit body said, I'm wondering, why didn't she get off? Was she able to get off? I would have just got off anywhere, but I guess it don't matter, because it's like, would he have followed her? Would he have harmed her more if she tried to get away? And then you got all these people sitting on the train not helping. It's like, do I just take my chances and get off? But what if there's somebody on the platform? Oh my goodness. So the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority is called SEPTA. The police chief said of this transit body, the police chief for the transit body said, not a single witness of the attack bothered. Lord help me, Jesus. Okay, let me breathe. Let me just, because I'm reacting with you guys. Like, I'm literally reading this for the first time. Like, I've read it a few days ago. I heard the story, but I did not hear all these extra details. Wow. So they said not a single witness of the attack bothered to call 911 and seek intervention as the man. Why not? Why not? I saw a woman that was being accosted by her partner in a parking lot. And I think I want to say I was headed to the gym with my friend, and I called the cops. And I know people don't like to get involved, but I don't care. I called the cops. And she probably went back to him anyway later, but that's not my problem. I did what I was supposed to do. If she wanted to be stupid enough to go do that, but I called the cops. And the cops did come, and she, like, came up with some story and was saying whatever and taking up for him, whatever. But I did my part as an American citizen. I called the cops as a human, as a humane human being. So this dude was believed to be homeless, gross. He continued to assault the woman, police officials said. Both the man and the woman were recorded boarding the train at the same stop on the night of the attack, which took place around 11 p.m. on 13 October. The man was seen first sitting next to the woman and trying to have a conversation with her, but gradually turned aggressive and started molesting her. Ew. The SEPTA employee who saw the attack called 911, and the authorities responded within 3 minutes. Officers pulled they actually caught him in the act, guys. That's what I read in another article. The officers pulled the man off of the woman by the time the train had reached its last stop, authorities said. The incident was captured on SEPTA's surveillance cameras. It is being investigated if some bystanders recorded the assault. I can tell you that people were holding their phone up in the direction of this woman being attacked, said Thomas J. Nestle the third, SEPTA. We are being punished, guys. If you're good, you're being punished. That you have to live in a world to watch these demons in action. It's just, I can't wrap my head around this. I can't. Like, no one wanted to do the right thing. Like, it's shocking. There's really no other words for it. It's shocking. So this man that said this is the SEPTA police chief. He added, what we want is everyone to be angry and disgusted and to be resolute about making the system safer. And that's why there is so much lawlessness all over the country, all over the world, because in Haiti, in America, in Africa, everywhere, Canada, you name it, women are being raped, just lawlessness all over, people are being murdered because no one cares about anyone else anymore. Because if people cared, nobody could get away with this stuff like they do. The accused man has been arrested and charged for rape and assault and remains in custody on a $180,000 bail. He is set to be presented in a court on Monday, 25th October. He needs to go to jail forever. According to the arrest affidavit, the woman appears to have repeatedly pushed Mr. Ngoy away. The woman said her pleas to him to go away were ignored, court documents show. Police statement of the accused shows that the man claimed to know the victim but could not remember her name or who she was. He claimed that the encounter was consensual. No, she ain't sleeping with your nasty ass. The accused has listed the homeless shelter as his last address. You're homeless, okay? Like, she doesn't know you. How is it consensual? On a train. Really? So disappointed by the deafening silence from witnesses, SEPTA issued a statement and called it a horrendous criminal act, urging people who witness such incidents to report it to authorities by dialing 911, pressing an emergency button on every train, or using the emergency safety apps by authorities. They need to make that a criminal act to just sit by and look at something. Like, people lost their minds. The fact that you just don't naturally want to help other people, now we need to create a law to encourage your stupid self to help other people. That's ridiculous. There were other people on it. Like the one woman said, like, imagine it being you in that situation. Would you want people to hold up their cell phones and record you being raped? That's what's missing in this world today is empathy. People cannot empathize with others. We have way too many narcissistic psychos running around. I can go as far to say as I think America is breeding narcissists with our culture. There, I said it. There's just too many narcissistic people running around. America, with our culture, our TV, our keeping up with the Kardashians, the me, the materialism, the dumbing down in the schools, just all of it. We're creating a bunch of narcissistic bitches. How dare they put that on this? Anyway, there were other people on the train who witnessed this horrific act, and it may have been stopped sooner if a rider called 911, such a statement read. They're gonna get theirs. I put curses on all of them. They're gonna get theirs. The woman was taken to a hospital and was treated for her injuries after the assault. Oh my gosh, ooh, that was rough. That was hard to read, but you know what? I'm gonna do it because every woman needs to hear this story. No more being silent. We must speak out to stop these creatures from doing what they do, because they rely on our silence to get away with their disgusting acts. So, women, I came up with some things that I feel like we should talk about to